Good evening, and thank you for joining us to the much-awaited Middle School Discovered Dallas ISD webinar. First of all, please let me apologize once again for the technical difficulties that we experienced last week. I'm glad that you were able to join us today for this very informative webinar. Bienvenidos al programa virtual de hoy acerca de la variedad de opciones que ofrece Dallas ISD a nivel de secundaria. Quiero disculparme una vez más por los problemas técnicos que tuvimos la semana pasada y nos da mucho gusto de que hayan podido participar hoy. Si desea escuchar esta presentación en español, puede seleccionar la opción en español en la parte inferior derecha de la pantalla o el símbolo del mundo. Si por algún motivo no escucha al intérprete, regrese al inglés y vuelva a intentar la opción en español. Si aún no funciona, a favor de avisarnos por el Q&A que se encuentra también en la parte inferior de su pantalla. Desafortunadamente, la opción de interpretación no es compatible con las computadoras Chromebook. Le recomendamos que intente entrar a la reunión utilizando un teléfono celular, iPhone o Android, una computadora PC, iPad o tablet para escuchar la reunión en español. So we'll listen to presentations from programs and schools, and then we'll get to answer your questions. You can send your questions using the Q&A window that is at the bottom of your screen. So open it now. You can send in your questions throughout the presentation, but we'll answer them at the end of the presentations. Before we start with the presentations, we'll briefly walk you through the application process in case you're not familiar with it. And just remember that the application deadline is January 31st. Now, to walk us through the application is Jorge Flores.
Hello, everyone. I'm about to share my screen. Awesome. Can you all see my screen? Yes. Okay. Well, you know, Dallas ISD has over 200 plus neighborhood schools with great programs on their campuses. And, you know, you're assigned your neighborhood school by your address. But we have two great tools that can help you also find the right fit for your student. We have two great tools. One is called School Finder. It's the way that you can look up your assigned school and also other programs that are available to you. And of course, our great application process. But let's start first. I like going first to our great website of dallasisd.org, as you can see here on the screen. And you'll see on the screen that you have our great things that are going on in our district, but you see some icons at the bottom at the teal colored ribbon here with icons. And you see one that says Choose Dallas ISD. A parent would go ahead and click on right here. And that'll lead you to our Choose Dallas ISD website, where we have all the information regarding your applications. And just like Mari Carmen mentioned, January 31st is the deadline to go ahead and apply. But on this website, you could see our great tools that we have for you. And one of them is the School Finder tool and the application. But let's go first through the School Finder tool. So you would click right here where it says Find School Options. And that would take you here to the School Finder tool, where let's just say you wanted to, you have middle schoolers right now, this is is what we're presenting right now. Let's just say you want to know what kind of programs are available for your sixth grader. So you would click sixth grade, click Continue. It will ask you for your address. So I'm going to put an address here. And you click Next. And let's just say you're interested in transformation schools for your students, maybe magnet. And let's just start with that. So you're interested perhaps in transformation schools, maybe personalized learning, um, hybrid or STEAM. And for your magnets, you might be interested in also in STEAM or secondary dual language. Anything that you're interested in or your student is interested in, you can go ahead and click, and that'll help you categorize what schools are available with those type of programs. So you click next, and you could choose by the best fit, you can choose by the school performance, or you could choose by location. So let's just say I want to choose by location. You click that, and then you click on next. And next, you will have the schools, not only, it'll show you your school that you're zoned for, but it'll also show you the schools that are available for you to go ahead and look into and apply. And if you click each school, you can also get an idea of what the school has on its campus. It has a brief summary. It has a lot of information on the campus. So this is one of our great tools called School Finder, where it'll show you where what programs are available for your student. And let's just say you just wanted to just go ahead and know what's your available school for your student. Let's just say you also have a sixth grader again, and then this again shows you by that address what your zone school is. So that's our School Finder tool. But let's now that you know which schools you might be wanting to apply to, let's take a look at what would be the way that you would go ahead and do an application. So you're back at the page of Choose Dallas ISD. Click on the application, and this is what a parent is going to see. If you already have an account, you click on here and you're going to put in your information. If you haven't created an account, this is the opportunity where you're going to go ahead and create an account by putting in your name, phone number, creating a password, and then creating an account. So I've already created an account. And the next page I see is the page that shows me the my application account. So there it is. Welcome, Jorge Flores. And you want to make sure that you go ahead and make sure you're choosing the right school year. So here you're able to see that you're wanting to choose the 22-23 school year. And I've already began an application for some of my kiddos, for 10 kiddos. And I know that I have one student who's going into sixth grade, and that's my boy, Jerry Flores. So I'm click on him, and then you make sure that you click on the application. And I've already started the application, but we go back. So you're going to go ahead and answer some questions here. You're going to choose language. You're going to continue. A lot of the things are already going to be pre-populated, because if you already have a current student, most of the information is coming from the information that you already have in the system. But this is also the time that you can go ahead and do updates, maybe change an address, change a contact number, change a emergency contact. And you can also use the available left side, where you can go ahead and go directly to the part that maybe you need to go ahead and put more information for. And you go ahead and fill out the information, and you're continuing. But I want to get to the part that is probably the most important part for all of you as parents, is the selection of the schools and programs that you're interested in. So here you see that Ben Franklin is my assigned school. However, I'm interested in having Jerry apply to different schools. So here is where you can make a selection up to 5 schools, 2 of them maximum magnet schools, but you can choose like Freddie Haynes, Transformation School. Let's just say you're interested in Halsey as well. So you click on that. Oh, I think what happened is that is one great way to find out, like you've already had 5 schools selected. So because I already had this school, it wouldn't let me choose another one. But let's just say I want to go ahead and choose Halsey. and I've got some other schools that I apply to as well. And the goal is to go ahead and start selecting with your student the schools that you want to apply to. And here are the 5 schools that I've selected. And let's just say you want to go ahead and submit. Your goal is to go ahead and continue to submit. But before I do that, before January 31st, let's just say I have a good talk with my son Jerry, and Jerry says, I really want to choose Halsey as my first choice. So this is a very important part of your application, the ranking of the school selections, because whatever your number 1 is your most preferred school that you're wanting to be considered when you're actually applying. And you have plenty of time to change the order, but by the deadline, you have to make sure you've got the right order and you've already ready to go ahead and if you've submitted. But once the January 31st, you cannot change the order that you're trying to select. But let's just say this is the order that I like. You continue and you're trying to go ahead and finish. And I've answered some questions there regarding siblings. And yes, I'm interested in transportation. And these are some of the simple questions that you're going to be answering with the goal to go ahead and continue and submit the applications. So here I've added some of the documents that some of the schools that I'm applying to are requiring. So I've just have some documents that I go ahead and add. And with the go at the end is to go ahead and submit the application for your student. And remember, parents, anytime you may need assistance with some of the questions you may have regarding your application, please call us, our enrollment centers, or come visit one of our enrollment centers, and we'll be more than happy to help you to complete it, or if you have any questions. But that's what I wanted to go ahead and present to you, so that you could see that applying is fairly easy for your students. And it is one application for each student. So if you have multiple students, don't forget, you'd have to go back into the dashboard, make sure you're in the right school year. And here you can select for other students. So like junior, if I wanted to select for him, and I wanted to start applying for him as well. Okay. Thank you very much, Mari Carmen.
Thank you, Jorge. Appreciate all the great information. So we've been using this application since last year, but you may not have had to apply to a school last year. So this is new to you. So hopefully that gave you a really good idea of how to go through the application. If you need any help filling out the application and choosing your schools, we do have the call center that is on tonight. We have experts ready to answer your questions from 6 to 8 p.m. when you call 972-925-5560. They're also available Monday to Friday from 7:30 to 5:30, 7:30 a.m., 5:30 p.m. And as we get closer to the deadline for the application, the wait time may be a little longer. So please be patient with us. Hopefully they'll be able to answer all the questions. It's just sometimes, it does get a little busy. So thank you, Jorge. And now we're going to, but before we move to the programs, let me remind you about the questions. You can ask questions at any time through the presentations. We, by doing the Q&A at the bottom of your screen, just click on that and you can type in your questions. Now we are going to hear from our dual language representative and to tell us about what these programs have to offer at the middle school level.
Thank you very much, Mari Carmen. Good evening, everyone. My name is Carlos Martinez, and I am part of the amazing dual language department of the ISD. We hope that you choose your secondary dual language as your child's program of choice in Dallas ISD. In our programs, students continue their bilingualism, biliteracy, and bicultural. What this means is that they're able to be fluent in both languages. They have They will develop the ability to read, write, listen, and speak in both languages, and they'll be exposed to the two different cultures. Additionally, they will be part of the journey to reach rigorous and relevant instruction in both languages. The students that participate in the dual language program, they have a higher academic performance, as we have seen in our local and state assessments. They have an increased problem in solving skills. They are very strong intercultural understanding, which leads to having a higher earning potential in the future. It is important to know that Spanish proficiency is required to enter the program, and seats are limited to 6th grade students only. Please stay tuned for more information regarding all middle schools who still have available secondary language seats for the upcoming school year. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. I appreciate that information about dual language. And it's not just the dual language programs. It's not just that they will end up being fluent in both languages, and that it helps to have that perspective in other areas of education, but it really prepares them for the world, because we're a lot more global. There's a lot more trade with Spanish-speaking countries. So this really gives them a step ahead. So it is a program that you should look into for your students. Now we'll hear from our magnet schools representative, who's going to tell us what's available in that area in middle school.
Good afternoon. My name is Shatera Walter, and I am the data specialist with Centralized Enrollment and Magnet Department. And I'm happy to help you explore our district's middle school options. Magnet schools are programs that have high quality school options that are offered by Dallas ISD. We provide a course of studies. We have STEM, fine arts, TAG, Montessori, leadership, and multiple careers. All of our schools have selective admissions requirements and have traditionally served underrepresented populations with focus on ethnicity and diversity. We have six middle schools serving grades 6 through the 8th grade, which include Griner, which you will hear from tonight, Social Justice Academy at Holmes, Atwell, Dallas Environmental, Alex W. Spence, Henry W. Longfellow, and we also have 2 single gender schools, 6th through 12th grade, Barack Obama and Irma Rangel. Now, the main difference between a magnet school and other programs is that the magnet schools have eligibility requirements that the students have to meet. The grade point average has to be 80 cumulative GPA, and all other programs, and that's for talented and gifted, all other programs require a 70 cumulative GPA. The minimum test score for talented and gifted is 70%, and KB Polk, which is a tag and fine arts, that is 50%. All other programs require the 40%. Now this year, the testing eligibility that we'll be taking for the test is the STAR Spring 2021 and the MAP test as well from 21. Students may also use up to 3 MAP tests taken in the 2021 school year. Now, if your student does not have these tests and they belong to a Dallas Independent School District school, they can contact their counselor, and at that time, the counselor will schedule them a time to take the test. If your student does not belong to Dallas Independent School District and they're out of district, or they go to a private school, you may contact the school that they're applying to. And at that point, that school will set them up for an out-of-district testing. That testing will be held, the next testing will be held Saturday, February the 5th and Saturday, February the 12th. Again, you can contact your school that you're applying to for that information. We also have a sibling rule. And now the sibling rule applies to the 2 Montessori programs for in-district students, for in-district qualified students. That means if you have a sibling already attending that school, you will get points for that. The sibling preference applies to all other middle schools and middle school programs, and 5 points will be awarded to the overall assessment score if you have a student already attended that school that you're applying to. I know that I've given you a substantial amount of information, and I do want to encourage you to visit the www.dallasisdmagnet/magnet for more information. And again, visit one of our centers if you have any additional questions, and you can call our hotline at 972-925-5560. Thank you.
And you can call that hotline right now because we have experts waiting. And there was a question earlier about whether it's bilingual hotline. And yes, we do have people who speak Spanish who can answer your questions on that hotline. So thank you so much for the information. Our next program is our transformation schools that offer some really interesting options. So let's hear from our transformation representative.
Hi, welcome families to our session tonight, and thank you for joining us. My name is Elena Bates, and I'm in the Office of Transformation and Innovation. Our goal is to provide best fit schools for all Dallas ISD families. Our schools are open enrollment campuses designed around the 3 models you see there: personalized learning, international baccalaureate, and STEAM. These 3 models of our transformation schools you'll hear about tonight. Remember, there are innovation schools in your neighborhood in different programs. So please, if you have any questions, call the hotline and we will be happy to help you. There are no academic entry requirements, and transportation is offered within district boundaries for our transformation schools. Online applications are accepted annually from November to January. Students are selected through the lottery system. Offers are generated based on the number of seats available in each grade level, the student's priority group, and the randomly assigned lottery number. Research shows socioeconomically diverse schools offer better learning environments for all students, no matter their background. The OTI office has adopted this approach for several of our transformation schools. For designated 50-50 socioeconomic diversity schools, students are entered into either the economically disadvantaged lottery group or the non-economically disadvantaged lottery group based on the socioeconomic status. We encourage all questions through the hotline or through our offices or in this chat this evening so we can get you to the right school for your student. We look forward to any questions and please stay tuned to hear from our wonderful principals on the call this evening.
That's right. Thank you, Elena. That was very interesting. And yes, now that we've seen the general look of the programs and what they offer, we're going to move into what is specifically offered at each of the middle schools. So if you have questions while the presentations are happening about those specific schools, put them in the Q&A and we'll get them answered. If you have questions about the programs in general, please feel free to continue to put your questions in there. We've gotten quite a few that we'll be answering at the end. So the first school is Atwell Law Academy. Do we have a representative from Atwell who can talk about what is offered?
Good evening, Dallas ISD families. Atwell Law Academy is one of our premier law magnet campuses. Students applying to Atwell must meet the 40th percentile on a standardized test score and have a 75 GPA. Atwell transportation is provided to students who are in district that want to attend Atwell. For additional information, please reach out to the campus. The phone number is listed there, 972-794-6400, or reach out to one of our fabulous One Center team, 972-925-5600, and we are here to support you with applying to Atwell.
And you will see in a lot of these slides, there's a QR code. You can scan it right now with your phone or your tablet, and that will take you directly to that school's page, so you can get more information about that school. With the magnets, especially at the middle school level, they offer all sorts of other educational opportunities. It's just that they specialize in law. But they also offer all sorts of other middle school advantages. Our next school is Dr. Frederick Haynes Global Preparatory Academy at Paul Quinn College.
Good evening, Dallas community and families. It is a terrific Tuesday, and I want to say thank you for the opportunity to meet with you this evening. As you are thinking of where your fifth grade scholar will attend middle school, high school, and beyond, I truly want you to consider Dr. Frederick D. Haynes Global Preparatory Academy at Paul Quinn College. We are doing great things at Paul Quinn. We are a brand new transformation campus this school year in Dallas ISD. We are located on the campus of Paul Quinn. And so your scholar in the 6th and 7th grade can already begin about dreaming of themselves going to college. Before I continue about what we do at Haynes Global Preparatory Academy, just want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Dr. Christopher Barksdale. I am the proud founding principal at Haynes Global Preparatory Academy. What gets me out of bed each and every day to engage with scholars is that I truly believe that you can't become what you can't see. And so I take it serious to be a role model and an example for your scholars to see themselves after of what success, hard work. I have come from a story, just like each and every one of our scholars have, and had to overcome obstacles to get to where I am today. My quote and my why that resonates with education is the passport to the future. For tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. And that is what you are here for. That is written by Malcolm X. That is what you're doing right now. It is a Tuesday evening. You all could be anywhere else, but you are here with us this evening, learning about how you can pour into your scholar and help them prepare for their future. So like I stated before, we're named after Dr. Frederick D. Haynes. I would be remiss without giving acknowledgement and paying homage to our living legends, who is none other than Dr. Frederick D. Haynes, who is the senior pastor at Friendship West Baptist Church here in Dallas, Texas. Also, we are located on the Paul Quinn College campus. Our president at Paul Quinn is the president, Dr. Michael J. Sorrell, who is one of the world's 50 greatest leaders. So if you have a scholar that knows that they are going to college, knows that they are going to graduate, knows that they are going to be our next generation leaders, our future doctors, our future president and vice president, our CEOs, Haynes Global Prep is truly the place where you need to be next year. We have seat counts for 6th graders, up and rising 5th graders going to 6th graders. We have just 75 seats available for our 6th grade students. 7th graders, we have 22 seats, and 8th graders, we have 41 seats. Very small, intimate environment. This is not your traditional middle school campus with 300, 400 plus 6th grade students. We will have a total enrollment count of 225, which is a plus because we get to know your scholar individually, how to best service their needs and you as a family. We also offer the International Baccalaureate program, and there are so many just benefits of why you should consider enrolling your student in this program. We are one of the only campuses in Dallas ISD to offer the International Baccalaureate program, middle year program, as well as the diploma year program on the same campus. So your scholar can potentially go from middle school to high school and then graduate on to Paul Quinn at the same campus, right in your backyard in Southern Dallas. And every scholar here recently that has enrolled with us just this past December, we acknowledged every scholar at Haynes Global Prep with an official college acceptance letter from Paul Quinn College. Not only are they going to college and have the opportunity to dream about going to college, but we are equipping them with the skills that they need to be successful becoming lifelong learners. They get to learn by experience, hands-on learning. They get to be exposed to global challenges. Over this past couple of years, we have all seen the disparities and challenges that we are facing as a nation, as well as globally. And so we are truly exist to equip our students to become those next generation leaders and give them the tools to start solving or coming up with solutions to some of these challenges that we are facing. This is a very quick overview of what we do. If you are looking for a place of educators that love kids and are truly invested in their future and equipping them with the tools needed, please consider Haynes Global Prep as your destination for your 5th grade scholar for next year. And I want to say a big shout out to our communications department for hosting us and putting this event together. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much. And on behalf of the rest of communications, we are happy that you guys can participate, because this is really something that families can really benefit to hear directly from the schools. And we, all our schools love our students, and we're here. This is the driving force for everyone in the district, the student success. It is what we do every day, what we focus on every day. And it's really great to hear it from the principals and the school leaders. Our next school is Edie Walker Middle School that has a secondary dual language. Is there a representative from Walker? Maybe we can hear a little bit about the dual language program at the school. Carlos, if you have some information, or someone in your department.
Yes. The way the dual language program works in middle school is when we are in elementary school, the students learn in both languages, 70% Spanish and 30% in English, the kinder and first grade. And 2nd through 5th, it's 50-50. Once the students go into middle school, the programs change. The classes that the students take in Spanish is not as many. Most of the time, the classes will be in English. It's just a couple of subjects that the students will take in Spanish. And this is something similar that happens when the students transition into high school. So it's important for our parents to know this. When the students move from elementary school to middle school, because of the structure of middle school, the dual language program changes a little bit more than what it was, what we are used to see in the elementary level. And it's important for our parents to know as well that the students should have a good background in Spanish in order to participate in the program. Otherwise, it's going to be a little more challenging for them to participate. So I guess I just wanted to make a note on those 2 points for our families that are interested in the dual language program in middle school.
Great, thank you so much. Our next school is Griner, which is our arts magnet at the middle school level.
Hello. Hi, families. I'm excited to be here with you guys tonight. My name is Diana White, and I am the Academy Coordinator at Griner. Griner is a school it's a school within a school. We're both a neighborhood school and a fine arts academy. We offer classes in visual art, band, choir, dance, orchestra, mariachi, theater, and piano. And we are excited to welcome your child to our school, regardless of whether they have experience or not. We have around 300 openings for our school, but we are, I want you to know that your child is welcome to apply and audition, even if they are a beginner. We are just looking to see that your child is excited about coming to a place where they can explore and continue their arts craft study. I also want you to know that our school does have honors classes in all grade levels, and we offer the traditional sports that all the middle schools have, so your child can be involved in many extra curricular activities at our school. If you would like more information about our school, the easiest way is to go to our website. There is an Academy tab, and it has our open house program on there, as well as information about every single fine arts cluster. And I'm not going to talk anymore because I know my voice is hard to listen to, but I really do appreciate the time. Thank you.
Well, we are very glad. You sound great, and we're very glad that you were able to join us and give us this excellent information. The next school is our John Lewis Social Justice Academy at Oliver Wendell Holmes.
Good evening, everyone. Excuse me. My name is Charlotta Gaines. I am one of the counselors at Oliver Wendell Holmes. And just like Griner, we are a school within a school. So we have an academy as well as a comprehensive neighborhood high school. And we offer some of the similar things. We just had a name change for social justice, so we will have change coming soon. But we also offer fine arts. We offer band, choir, dance, piano, guitar, theater, arts for the beginners, those advanced as well. We offer things like esports and gaming and robotics, and we have programming, and we have chess clubs. Outside, we also offer leadership with our Leadership Cadet Corps. And we also offer the sports as well for our 7th and 8th graders, and our 6th graders have a small number of sports, but they are allowed to participate in the other activities such as the band, the cheerleaders, the drill team, choir, things of that nature. And for our John Lewis Social Academy, we are looking forward to teaching students how to recognize the inequalities in their community and amongst each other, and to learn how to advocate for equality and justice for all cultures and all students. We require the students to be in the 37th percentile, 75 GPA. We have a small assessment where they do an essay, they have an interview, and they do a math exam. We want to prepare our students for life and beyond and create a well-rounded student. But most of all, we want to get a head start on high school. At Oliver Wendell Holmes, we offer high school courses in the 8th grade classroom. So when our students leave, they're almost finished with their 9th grade requirements. They take algebra, they take English course, they take Spanish, they take physics, and they are geography. So they complete most of their freshman year at Oliver Wendell Holmes. And if they're interested, please give us a contact information. That number there, our number is 972-925-8500. That is incorrect on that screen. But if you are interested, please check out our Facebook page, and we have a Twitter, and we have some other great information to share with parents who are interested. And we do provide transportation for our academy students. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that number again is 972-925.
8500.
All right, thank you. Our next school is the STEAM Middle School at D.A. Halsey.
Thank you, and good evening, parents, and thank you for this opportunity to learn a little bit more about middle schools. As a previous middle school parent, middle school is extremely important, and I don't have to tell you because that's why you're on the call. We know that middle school is about the best fit and a great fit for your student. And at D.A. Halsey, our mantra is transforming learners into leaders. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to transform your learner into tomorrow's leader. So a little bit about D.A. Halsey STEAM. We are a B ranked campus from TEA, and we're a breakthrough campus using the Dallas ISD system. We are 6th through 8th grade campus with project-based learning, and we incorporate the STEAM-based principles through project-based learning. We don't have any academic requirement, but we do offer a wide range of opportunities for all learners. We have honors classes for our students, and so they too have an opportunity to gain high school credit while in middle school. We also have, our classes are potted. And so that means that they'll look very similar to what your elementary student is looking like now. And so there is your student will have 3 major teachers. There's a reading teacher, a science and social studies teacher, and a math teacher. And those teachers share a group of about 75 students collectively. And so we want to make sure students get off on the right track with middle school, and we're able to keep track of them, know their names, their challenges, as well as, of course, those success moments. And so for that, we know middle school is a period of discovery. So every Friday, our students have an opportunity to participate in what we call mind builders. And so that means that every student gets to tap into something that they want to learn more about, or they're really good at. We have things, mind builder clubs like from UIL to dance. We also have cheer, chess club, a lot of opportunities that extend beyond just the academics. We know that middle school, again, is an opportunity for students to grow, not just academically, but socially. We are the only transformation middle school that actually offers UIL sports. We have soccer, we have basketball, track and field, volleyball, cross country. And so all of our students in grades 7 and 8 will have an opportunity to participate in UIL sports. We also have LCC, robotics, chess, as well as theater arts. Our 6th grade students have an opportunity to participate in intramural sports, as well as cheer, dance, robotics, and some of those other activities that I did mention. We have 200 6th grade seats, and we are having open house January 20th, as well as January 27th. I encourage you to click on the QR code, go to our website, see our commercial that our students created, so that not only will you hear more about, but I think it's important that you see the environment, that you hear from the students, because we know that this is an extremely important decision in your life in the next couple of months. And so again, please check us out. We would love to have your student. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this information. And I have a friend whose kid goes to Halsey, and she really loves it there. So there you go. Our next school is also one of our personalized learning schools, and which is Ignite Middle School, and they as well have a very exciting program. So to tell us more about it is their principal.
Well, good evening. This is Dr. Gales, principal and founder of Ignite Middle School, and compliments to you, families and parents, for doing your research and your due diligence and making a selection of a middle school. A very important time in life as your student moves from the childhood world of elementary school to the young adult and transformational time of middle school. And I'm very excited to share with you an option that I think is very exciting, which is Ignite Middle School. Ignite Middle School is a place where we believe that the most important resource in the educational life of a child, more important than books, technology, facilities, the most important resource is your child's own potential. And when we ignite and focus that potential, your scholar becomes a relentless learner and an unstoppable force for good in the world. The way we translate that at Ignite is our motto: discover your superpower. And we're about helping every child discover that superpower. And then to craft a vision for the future, thinking about, how do I use my unique talents and abilities, my superpowers, to change the world and make the world a better place? We are a personalized learning middle school. And we personalize in a way that we describe as career exploration and purpose-driven learning. We help students explore early in life all different types of careers so that ultimately they develop a really strong sense of self and a sense of purpose about what they want to do in the future. As a personalized learning middle school, we personalize in 3 big ways: through project-based learning, social and emotional learning, and through blended learning. Project-based learning is one of the most exciting things that we do at Ignite. Our unique version of project-based learning involves career exploration. Our students not only talk about careers, but they do projects where they actually take on the roles of professionals so that they can see and touch and feel what it's like to be that type of a professional. They do this through projects in graphic design and marketing, through engineering and architecture, through sports and entertainment, through law, through journalism. One very exciting project that our students have done is in the area of journalism. Our students form teams of journalists, videographers and photographers and writers. And at the same time, they wanted to address a real problem in the community, the problem of elderly isolation. So in this project, our students went out into the community, met the elders, played bingo with them, and then invited them to Ignite, interviewed them, captured their stories, and put them into a documentary, which is called the Ignite Roseland Elders Project. And they did such a fabulous job with this project that they were selected to represent the United States at the Global ICANN Children's Conference all the way in Rome, Italy. And so 14 of our students went to Rome to represent and share their unique project-based learning results in the Ignite Roseland Elders Project. That's a little bit about project-based learning. With blended learning, we incorporate technology-based learning into many of our courses, our core math, science, reading, and social studies courses, but also in our electives. And so if you look in our modern band program, you'll also see students using technology to learn about studio engineering and production. We also personalize through social and emotional learning, where students are really exploring themselves and their superpowers through different types of assessments and activities that helps to highlight whether they're a discoverer or a future thinker or a relator. I also want to tell you about some of our unique learning spaces to help students truly discover and explore their superpowers. We built a film and photography studio, a makerspace where students learn about engineering and they do 3D printing and laser engraving. We built a dance studio for a very exciting dance program. We have a school garden. We have a science lab. We have a actual recording studio where students record and produce their own music. We have several different exciting electives for students to explore in robotics, engineering, theater, modern band, dance, and more. And another very exciting way that students at Ignite explore their superpowers is through our club time. Every Friday morning, students get to participate in a club that is interesting and exciting to them. We have a long list of clubs that our students have chosen, and we've offered what they decided. Our cooking club, our gaming club, our chess club, our robotics club are all very popular. Again, Ignite is lottery-based. We are located very centrally in Uptown Dallas, right at Central and Lemon, sitting right behind the large Target there on Haskell Avenue. We are so excited that you have considered Ignite as a choice for your scholar. I'm dropping in the chat a link to some more information that will be helpful to you. We'll have a couple of virtual open houses, including one tomorrow evening. Feel free to click on that link that I just dropped in the chat. You can also find more information at the website, phone number, and at our Twitter handle. Also use the QR code. We would love to open our arms and welcome you to the Ignite family, where every child discovers their superpowers. Thank you for listening, and best wishes in making this very important decision on a best fit middle school for your child.
Thank you very much. This sounds like a really exciting school. Well, all of them sound like really exciting schools, certainly a lot more exciting than when I attended middle school. So I'm glad that you guys are here with us tonight to listen to all the offerings that we have. Our next school is Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy at a Maceo Smith.
All right, and thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for participating in this webinar. My name is Rashad Jackson. I'm the principal at the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. I know there are lots of great choices out there, but what makes our school unique is we are a 6th grade through 12th grade single gender all male academy. We have our mission, which is to develop young men into impactful leaders through the development of their intellectual, moral, physical, social, and emotional skills for the global society of tomorrow. So we are a family at Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy, but within the school, we have 4 houses. And so we call all of our student brothers because within the 4 houses of Alliance, Expedition, Justice, and Decree, there are brothers. And so you hold your brother accountable. What's really great when people come to visit our campus, we have schools come to visit our campus from within the district and from outside of the district. And they always compliment us on, the uniform that our brothers wear, which, I have our blazer on. And they also compliment, how the brothers make eye contact, how they address each other. One thing that helps us with our behavior and helps us with the structure within the school is that brotherhood. So we have our 6th, 7th, and 8th grade brothers working with brothers that are 9th through 12th grade. So they're working together. They are, as part of our creed that we say every day is, we are our brother's keeper. So, it's the expectation that everyone's doing the right thing. But, when they get off track, we have an older brother or even sometimes a younger brother that can, call attention to something that's not correct that their brother's doing. So high achievement is what our school is known for. Just within the last 2 years, we had 30 seniors graduate, or about 30 seniors graduate the last 2 years each. And we had over $16 million in scholarships. So over $8 million in scholarship each of the last 2 years were awarded to our senior classes of about 33 students and 31 students the last 2 years. And so it's not a hope or a wish that everyone's going to go to college. Everyone's going to go to college and they're all going to get academic scholarships. And the expectation is not just going to college and getting the scholarship, but doing well and thriving academically and socially in college, in a college of their choice. So we also have a very competitive fine arts program where we have theater, we have a band, jazz band that performs all over the district. And we have a choir that won 2 Grammys last year. So, we're doing lots of great things in addition to our academics at the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. So if you have a son that's interested in athletics and, they're a stellar athlete, they love sports, they can't play on our campus, but they can play at their home campus. So we have brothers playing at Skyline, we have brothers playing at Atwell, at Carter, Sock. We have them playing at Sunset, North Dallas, all over the Metroplex. We had a brother who, a 10th grade brother who is and was on the state champion Southwell Club football team. So, we have brothers that are very competitive all over the district in the athletics that they choose to participate in. We also have debate, mock trial, esports, Junior World Affairs Council. So there's lots of different activities that you can be involved in at the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. But really the best way to experience that is by coming to our campus. Have your son come to our campus and shadow one of our ambassadors. So what they do is they'd spend the whole day, or they'd spend half the day, whatever they would like, whatever you're comfortable with, and they'd be able to experience a day at the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. So again, thank you very much for taking your time. My name is Rashad Jackson again. I'm the principal, and our contact number should be on the slide, 972-749-2100. Please give us a call. We'll help you with the application process and happy to answer any of your questions.
Thank you so much. And we have 2 more schools to talk about their programs, and then we'll be answering your questions. We started answering some questions in the Q&A, but we'll be, taking the ones that are more general that will help everyone. We'll ask them live. Our next school is Rosemont Upper.
Good evening. My name is Chara Pace, and I am the proud assistant principal at Rosemont Dual Language Magnet School. Yes, you heard it correctly. We are a dual language and a magnet school. At Rosemont, we take pride in our rich tradition of excellence in education. At Rosemont, your child will experience teachers who are committed to providing quality education along with fun enrichment experiences tailored to meet your child's interests and needs. As a dual language campus, we offer 2 classes in Spanish each year. So all of our 8th graders leave Rosemont having already met their foreign language requirements. Now, new next year, we will offer a track for students who aren't as proficient in Spanish, but would still like to become a bison. So for more information or a virtual tour of our school, contact our community liaison, Brenda Linderas, for enrollment or application questions. Also contact our CRC. You can contact Ms. Gomez, and I will place their contact information in the chat. Thank you very much. I can't wait to have you as a part of the Bison family. Now, for more information, please join us tomorrow. We are having a virtual open house where you will learn about everything we have to offer your child, from the classes offered to all the extracurricular activities. So make sure to join us tomorrow, 4:30 for our open house. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And our last school tonight is Alex W. Spence, Talented Gifted Academy.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Kayla Boyer, and I'm the Talented and Gifted Coordinator at Alex W. Spence Middle School and TAG Academy. We are the premier college and career preparation middle school for all students. What we mean by that is that we spend a lot of our time focused on ensuring our students have opportunities to get involved, to explore their interests and their passions, to develop community with each other and with our community, and just really to have as many opportunities as possible while they're in middle school. That way they can really decide what they want for their future, and so that we can help them connect them to the high school that is the best fit for them. We have students in grades 6 through 8 here at Spence. Our mascot is the Hornet. Our colors are purple and gold, and we are located downtown. All of our classes are taught using project-based learning. And so students learn by completing a project. They don't just complete a project at the end of the semester. They are learning through projects. We also have all of our TAG students cohorted together, so they're taking classes with the same students, and they take all honors classes. However, we also offer classes for high school credit. We offer currently 8 classes for high school credit, including algebra, astronomy, English 1, physics, Spanish 1, 2, and 3, and world geography. All of our students take algebra, English 1, and physics. The other classes are offered as elective options. Because we are backed by a comprehensive school program, our TAG program does have access to athletics. We are the only TAG magnet school that has athletics on our campus. We have baseball, basketball for girls and boys, cheerleading, cross country, football, soccer for boys and girls, softball, track and field, and volleyball on our campus. We have over 20 elective options for our students, including band, art, dance, PE, athletics, health, leadership cadet corps, LCC, technology applications, programming, robotics, intro to robotics and advanced robotics, and audio and video technology class. We have AVID, which all of our students take, which is a college and career preparation class. We also have those high school credit classes as well, and we offer a debate class. We have over 20 clubs on our campus as well. Some of our more popular clubs are anime. There's like 70 students in anime club. Chess club is really popular. Dungeon and Dragons is pretty popular too. They're here every single week. There's a robotics club, and this is their first year competing from Spence. And it's really exciting because our first time we ever competed, we got 10th place. The second time we competed, we got 3rd place. Next time, I'm convinced we're going to be bringing home 1st. Really excited to see how our robotics team continues. We also got mobile gaming, esports, video games, and then TMSEA and math competition team. Similar to as one of the other middle schools mentioned, everybody in Spence is a part of a house. We have 4 houses. We like to say 4 houses, 1 hive, because we're the Hornets. I'm in house Altruismo, you know, and we all have our cheers, our chants, our hand signs. And it's a lot of fun because it really makes Spence feel like you have your family within our big Spence family. So you're probably wondering, Spence sounds great. How do I make sure my student gets accepted? We do require all of our students to be in the 70th percentile in their STAR reading and math scores or their MAP reading and math scores. They must also have a minimum grade average of an 80%. And then finally at Spence, we do a virtual interview as well. Our next upcoming virtual interview is going to be on February 12th for new applicants. Finally, we do provide transportation as a magnet school, and we will be having an open house on January 26th at 5:30 p.m. You can go check out our website for more information on that, or check out our Instagram as well. Information about our school and programs are posted regularly and updated regularly on our Instagram, Facebook, and our website.
Awesome, thank you. That has a lot of activities for students. They're certainly not going to get bored. Okay, so this is the end of the presentations for the schools, and some of your questions have already been answered, but we're going to ask a lot of them live as well. So if you know the answer, please feel free to jump in. This was great information from all the schools, and so we look, hopefully this has helped you make the decision on where to apply and what school is the best fit for your student. All the schools can be found on the webpage, www.dallasisd.org/choose. And this entire presentation will also be shared on that page in the next few days. So if you want to go and if you want to go through it again and maybe you missed some details because there was a lot of information, that will be available for you. Now, the first question, which is, I guess, a very important question, is there a place with information on which of these schools are going to have open houses? Is the best way to get that information to go to each of the schools' web pages? Anyone jump in?
In order to find out information about all of these amazing programs, I would direct families to the district's website. If you go to www.dallasisd.org, if you click on the house icon that's in the middle of the page, it takes you to our Choose Dallas ISD website, and you're able to find out information. When you get to the school page, if you hover over the programs, you're able to find out the available seats. You're able to find out all kinds of information about the program. But if you have specific questions about one of the programs that you've heard from here today, please reach out to the campus. They're available to answer any questions, or give us a call at our 972-925-5560, our call center, where we have representatives that are standing by, or visit one of our, there it is, the slide, visit one of our enrollment centers.
Because a lot of this, we had this grand plan to have open houses in person and everything, but then COVID came back, and well, as you know, we've gone back to mostly virtual. So for these events, so a lot of these schools will have virtual open houses, or can talk to you if you want to explore them a little bit further. So if I am not in the district, if my address is outside of the district boundaries, but like a lot of these schools sounded like fantastic for my kids, can I still apply? Is it different for the different programs? How does this work?
So for the out-of-district students, if they're out of districts, for instance, I think one of the questions was asking if they're in Mesquite ISD, yes, they're more than welcome to apply. However, if they get an accepted offer letter, then we do accept all of our in-district students first. So to answer the question, yes, they still can apply, but we do accept all in-district students first. If they live outside of if they're applying to school that's outside of their neighborhood zone school, and they are a Dallas ISD student, then yes, they are considered priority.
Is that true for all the programs, for just Magnet?
No, not for Halsey. We accept out-of-district students, and so 10% of our sixth graders will be out-of-district students.
Yes, all of the other programs do accept out-of-district students. Magnet schools are the only schools that must prioritize in-district students.
Excellent. So yes, so all is not lost. If you want to come to our district, we will take you. Maybe not in the magnet schools right away, but we will.
No, we will accept you. No, we will, but we do prioritize our in-district students. Let's be clear about that. We make sure that we seat all in-district students. And at a lot of our programs, we do accept out-of-district students because we have no other students who qualify for that seat. So families, please, if you are interested in a magnet program and you are out of district, please still put your application in.
All right. Do that before January 31st. So where can I find a map of the middle schools that currently offer dual language programs? And I think I can answer this one. If you go to www.dallasisd.org/choose and go to School Finder, and if that is what you want, you want your criteria to be dual language programs in middle school, just pick that when you're filling out the information in School Finder, and you will see a map that gives you all the schools with proximity to where your address is. So that's School Finder is a super helpful tool to really pinpoint what programs you would like for your students. So I have done enough of these that I do know that. Now, how about for students that are receiving special education services? Can they apply to some of these special programs in schools? How does that work?
Absolutely. Students who receive special education services can apply to any of these programs. For a magnet student, we ask that you provide us with your 504 or your IEP to make sure that during the assessment, we adhere to your accommodations, but special education students are welcome to apply to all of these programs here.
Great, awesome. And now that we got several questions about testing, so I'm going to try to just kind of do a little synopsis and get one answer for everything. But I know that last year was a difficult and challenging year, and so test scores may not be as great as they could have been. And but we are doing other things to make sure that our students have a fair chance, especially for the magnet programs that do have those academic requirements. What are we doing about testing so that we're holding the students harmless for things beyond their control?
What we have done is we made sure that students were able to provide us with a wide variety of tests that they could submit because of, the current state that we're in. Students are able to provide us with the 2020 beginning of year MAP assessment in reading and math, the 2021 middle of year MAP assessment for reading and math, the 2021 end of year MAP assessment for reading and math, and the 2021-2022 beginning of year MAP assessment. So we are going back all the way to 2020 to accept your assessments because, like Mary Carmen said, we want to hold the students harmless. So please reach out to the magnet office, visit our website, www.dallasisd.org/magnet. You're able to find a list of all of the other available assessments that we will take for the standardized test score criteria.
My gosh, I can't believe I was on mute. Oh, anyway, while we have you here, Keisha, there were a few questions that apply to the timeline for this. When it's like testing for, if you don't have any tests, you're out of district, out of the country. One of the questions said the testing is not till till February 5th or 12th. So like interviews or that, when is that happening? Is it happening now? Is it happening after January 13? When can people expect to hear from schools?
It's ongoing. If you apply today, you will receive emails. But what we're doing is, because all of the magnet assessments have moved to virtual, except for our early childhood assessments and our Booker T. Washington assessments, but you will receive an interview or an assessment timeline, and they'll let you know. If you do not have standardized test scores, the campus will go ahead and schedule you for that standardized test, which the next one, the upcoming one, is February the 5th. So don't worry about not having a score. Go ahead. The campus will make sure that you're registered for that assessment and go ahead and take you through your interview for that particular school. But know that your acceptance is contingent on if you meet the criteria of that standardized test score.
Okay, excellent. So a lot of the schools have a limited number of seats. For example, solar, because we got a couple questions about solar. They only have a few seats. If it's, for example, in 6th grade, and that's probably true for schools like Obama as well in the transition from middle school to high school, because those are schools that you just kind of, the kids move from one grade to the other as they offer grades. But I don't know if there's any more clarity you can provide, or Shatera can provide, about how that works in some of those magnets or solar or multi-level schools.
If it's a multi-level school, remember the entry grade level will have the majority of the seats. So the students that are in the entry grade level are, supposed to matriculate to each grade level. So you're supposed to roll up. For instance, if we start the program out with 25 seats, we expect by the time we get to, if it's let's say a pre-K through 4th grade program, by the time we get to 4th grade, we're still expecting to have 25 seats. So if we have students who move, who do not return, then we fill those seats. So 25 from pre-K should be 25 all the way through. So you may not have an abundance of seats by the time we get to 3rd grade or 4th grade. Remember, we are just backfilling at that time because we are wanting to make sure that we have 25 students from pre-K through 4th grade if it's a pre-K through 4 program. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I guess solar offers 6th grade.
Pre-K through 8th grade, yes.
Right, so that's why normally all seats would be open on 6th grade, except that this is a multi-level school, so the students move as a group, and that's why you may only see 2 or 3 seats. Correct. And that applies to mostly to those multi-level schools. So keep that in mind. But we have a bunch of other fantastic middle schools, as you learned here today, that you can apply to. And we have some great programs. There are a few questions about dual language. Like, can you go into the dual language program in 7th grade and not 6th grade if you're moving into the district? And for example, what other languages are available other than Spanish and in the dual language program? Are we having triple language program in the future?
Our hope is that, Mari Carmen, that we have that chance in the future. At the moment, the dual language only is offered in Spanish and English. We do have support for students that are new to the country, that they don't speak any English and that Spanish is not their first language. We do have support for them, not in the dual language program, but our department, the dual language department, does offer support for them. Talking about the case of a student joining the program in 7th grade, it all depends on the number of seats available that the school has, and also depends on the level of Spanish that the student has. Remember, it's important for the student to have a strong background in Spanish in order to be part of the program by the middle school stage.
So definitely it depends on your student's ability and command of the language. But excited to hear that, there's that little, possibility of other languages. If you want to find scores for your students for testing and you don't have them handy, you don't know where they are, you can contact your student's current school to see, to get a copy of those. Report cards, you should receive them in the mail, or your student brings them home depending on the grade level. And that's kind of all the questions that we have right now that were not specific. If people have been answering in the Q&A, so hopefully your question was answered. If you have additional questions, please feel free to utilize our phone line, 972-925-5560. It's open until 8 o'clock tonight, and it's open from 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. on weekdays. And again, as the closer we get, so I encourage you that if you have questions, do it early, start this week, because the closer we get to the deadline, the busier they get. So to improve your chances of getting an answer quickly, do it now. Remember that we have bilingual representatives there. We also have our website, dallasisd.org/choose, that has a lot of information about the schools, about the individual programs. It has the application. It also has School Finder, which I cannot stress enough. It's such a fantastic tool to find all the programs that are important to your students. You also, part of the application is the transfer process. If you want to go to another neighborhood middle school, this is also an option, and you can get information by calling 972-925-5560 if you need more details on how to do that. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And again, so sorry for last week and our technical issues. I'm glad you were able to join us. I'm glad that all our experts were able to be part of this. And we'll see you in some of these schools next year. Remember to apply by January 31st. Thank you so much to everyone, to the panelists, to all our attendees. Have a fantastic evening, and good luck with your application.